We are live, people.
We're live.
There we go, people.
Oh man.
Out here letting Cha-Cha do a little work. Let her get a little exercise in, a little playtime. Believe it or not, people always look at this and they think, oh man, why don't you give the dog a pillow? You're abusing him. What are you doing? Man, the dog's having a good time. This is what you call playtime, man. This is something that they do to stimulate, mentally and physically stimulate them. This is exercise for them, people. This is fun to them. This is something that they want to do. A lot of people think this is that we're trying to build aggression. This is not build aggression. That toy is fun to them. We built value in the toy, and they'll just bite and hang on that all they want. Once again, this is a way for them to mentally and physically stimulate themselves. Because at the end of the day, a tired dog is a happy dog, people. So we got Cha-Cha here. I have a timer set for her. She's already been on. I set the timer for 20 minutes, as you can see. She's already been on now for about, what is that? 12 minutes now. So she's got about just under 8 minutes left. And then after that, then I'll bring out Tron. And then Tron will hang on here for about 15, 20 minutes. Then I'll bring out Ego. And then he'll hang on here for probably about 10 minutes. Ego's stamina's gone down. Hi, Edith. How are you? So good to see you. Appreciate you tuning in. Hope all is well. And I'm sorry about the unfortunate news about one of your dogs. I did hear about that, so I do apologize. My sincerest condolences, but I hope all is well. We miss you. Can't wait to see you again at some point. But yeah, people, I'll bring out Tron next. I'll bring out Ego. Ego will probably hang for about 10 minutes. And because his stamina is not quite there when it comes, he gets tired relatively quickly, unlike Tron. Tron's a super athlete. So that boy can run, but I've worked on Tron's stamina. I have Tron, you're very welcome. I've had Tron, with the ball and running, throwing the ball out, doing 20, 30 throws with Tron with the chuck it, and then Tron will be in the water for an hour swimming, and then turn around and Tron can, walk 2-3 miles with the vest on and a weight in his mouth. So, you turn around, you think about all those things that Tron is doing consistently week in and week out. Every other day, if not every day, it all compounds. And this is all stuff that I've been doing with him. I mean, we've already been doing this since he was a pup, but I have been working with him specifically, all the dogs specifically this year, since the top of the year, really working on everything from just the basics, keeping them going, mentally and physically and stuff like that, and also working on their training. But now that we're finally in the new space, we have a place that we can actually don't have to worry about, moving anytime soon. Trev finally got his own spot, and it's the new headquarters. Now, we have a solid routine with them. Now I can really focus on really tightening them all up. So, even with Cha-Cha's outs, for example, let's actually take an opportunity to practice that right now. Out. No. No. Hey. Sit. Stay. Took a little longer than normal, so now we're going to still hold a couple reps just to keep it fresh. Work. Girl. Cha-cha. Out. No. No. Hey. No. Stay. but she's already been on here for 12 minutes, so she, of course she don't want to get off. If I would have done this in the very beginning, it would have been a much different response. Work! Cha-cha. Out. No. No. Hey. Let it go. I gotta reset it, so now we're gonna go back to the drawing board, right? Cha-cha. Out. Oh, sorry. Piece that out. Sit. Hey. Stay. So, again, she's already been hanging on for 15 minutes. Now it's going to go just out. You know, mind you, this is something we do. Hey, no. So you got to watch them. This is one of those things that, mind you, how I practice this exercise at the beginning, you're doing a different response. Mind you, we just came off a week of looking at her house. Mind you, beginning week, hard at it, which she probably came off. The fact that she was going to start coming off, it's good progress. But this is a good stay consistent work every day, day in and day out. Work. So now let her hang. Let her get a good bite. We gotta work some more pillows. As you guys can see, these guys are throwing these things up. Now mind you though, people, we've had these pillows for quite some time now. All of them. So we've gotten our money's worth. If you only have one dog, trust me, one pillow will probably last you quite some time. But these pillows, I mean, like I said, after she's done, I'm gonna bring Tron out next, and Tron's gonna hang on the thing for another 20 minutes. And I'll bring Ego out next after that, and he's gonna hang on it for another 10. So, you know, you think about those 3 dogs alone, it's hard to hear when you're by Cha-Cha. Gotcha, I'll make sure I speak up more when I'm over there. Thank you, though. But all I was basically saying is that she's been on the pillow for almost 15 minutes now. You know, had I done the, working her outs at the beginning, she would have probably responded a little bit better. But now after they've been, worked up and they've been hanging on it for so long, it's going to be a little more difficult for them. And mind you, we had just worked on, bettering her outs literally about just over a week ago. So she's gotten better, but we still have a ways to go with her outs getting better and better and better. Tron's has gotten a lot better though. Tron, I think, has a little more sense. Cha-Cha, she just hard-headed. She don't want everyone to listen. So you have to double down on the effort and work with her. But, for me, it's opposite at my house. Like I said, my dog specifically, I always try to instill that earlier on because I don't want to be dealing with this type of this nonsense personally. And that's just my preference. Once again, you always want to train the dog for your lifestyle, people. My dogs don't have to be like Trev's dogs. But I do like them to do a little bit of work because they become self-sufficient. I don't have to be walking them everywhere. If my dog can hang on a pillow, that's more than enough for me because then they can work themselves out. If my dog can play fetch, that's more than enough for me because they can still work themselves out. All I got to do is just throw the ball. If I can get my dog interested in the rope and put it on a flirt pole, that right there is more than enough for me because I only have to stand in one spot and just let them run in circles, right? So you build a dog for your lifestyle, right? Yes, I want my dogs to be able to swim, so I make sure they can get in the pool. But I also put a cap on their drive because I don't want my dogs as hard-headed as Ego, as Tron, or as Cha-Cha at times. So you build a dog for your lifestyle, people. So my dogs, I have them on a very strict regimen, and I make sure I instill the commands that I want them to be able to listen at times too, so they eat on command. Where my comment about Cha-Cha was removed. I didn't see anything about Cha-Cha. What are you talking about? Hey, Jamar, how are you? Thank you. Tron has slept on. He's that dude. Cha-Cha. It's hard to hear when you're by Cha-Cha. Weird that my comment about Cha-Cha was removed. What comment was it? Go ahead and drop it again. I didn't see it, honestly. And I'm scrolling through here. I'm just now, I'm scrolling through here and I only see the 5 comments that are on here. So yeah, go ahead and drop it again. I don't even know what you said. I definitely didn't remove anything. But anyways, as I was saying though, with my dog specifically, Nala's probably my most hard-headed one. Hera, she's gotten a lot better, since I've been working with her one-on-one. Junior, he is hard-headed like his daddy at times, but like I said, I have better control over him than I would Ego. And then Gia, she's actually probably one of the better ones that I got for sure because she actually listens. She's super in tune. She's super in tune. Like I said, Gia is my version of Cha-Cha. Gia does exactly what Cha-Cha's doing, except I want to say Gia's a little more vocal though. Maybe YouTube acting up? Yeah, maybe, because like I said, I didn't see the comment, man. Like I said, but whatever the comment was, drop it again, bro. I'm more, hey, trust me. You know how we are when it comes to comments. People are more than happy to voice their opinions. It is all right, man. I was like, at the end of the day, we're all here to learn. And like I said, I don't know. I don't know everything. You know, I'm learning everything from Trev and Iron Sharp and, you know, all of our other resources. So timer just went off. So now what do? I'm going to out her and I'm going to bring out Tron. And he's next up. And you guys get to watch him hang on here for a little bit. Out. No. Hey. No. No. Hey. I was about to grab that Kaiser collar and let him know. Chill. Free. Let's go. Let's grab that in a second. We're going to grab Tron. Come on. Let's go. Hey. Let's go, Tron over here. Hold on. Sit. No. Back up. I didn't say anything. Sit. Stay. Definitely be rubber these fools. Work. So this is where I would now work on staying consistent with, you know, practicing the out commands, right? Before I let them get 10, 15, 20 minutes in. You do that at the very beginning. Once they lock in, they're locked in and they don't want to listen, right? This is where right now we're progressing, where we're trying to get a little better. So even at the end, we want them to still out. So like you guys have known Trump for some time. He really had no good out since he basically won. So it is just now coming to the point where he's got a good at. Tron. Out. No. Sit. Yes. Work. Good boy. See how Tron's gotten a lot better? Again. Tron. Out. No. Sit. Stay. Work. Good boy. Just simple reps like that. That's all we're doing. Just doing simple repetition. So you get a little bit better every single time. Tron. Out. Sit. Good boy, stay. You see that part? I didn't have to tell him no that time. Because normally, even with Stan said, he's like, yo, if they start trying to, like, you know, they're still nibbling on them, they're still trying to chew after you say the command, you gotta tell them no. Now, he knows what no means. But you gotta tell him no. Now, after a while, it does seem redundant because, oh, maybe he thinks no is the out. No is he knows what no means. And so just now, all I had to say was out. And this is why the repetition matters. Because he understands what out means. What no is for. And you tell him no, is to put chew on the thing after we take you out. Work. Good boy. And we'll end on that note, because that was his best out. And we'll let him hang here for a good 15, 20 minutes. Go and set my timer. Boom. I'll let him hang. So normally what I do during these times, normally I do this in the morning. But, it's the evening now. Normally what I do in the morning as I'm letting them get, stretch their legs and get some light work in, is I'll read. And I'll read for about 15, 20 minutes. A different book each time too. And I'll rotate the dogs. So it gives me time to keep, just pouring into myself while they get to stretch their legs. And that's as simple as it can be, people. Like if you're like, oh, I want to let my dog stretch their legs. I build my dog for the routine, right? Build my dog for my lifestyle. But let's see what that comment was. Where are we at? Let's see. Maybe does Gia and Cha-Cha get along? Honestly, they should. I don't see why they wouldn't. Gia and Hera, they're fine. And mind you, I had to go through a process with that. But, Gia and Cha-Cha, I don't see why they wouldn't. Anytime I've had Gia over here, yeah, Gia gets a little ramped and amped up, but, we're also out there monitoring. We haven't seen anything happen or anything, pop up between those two. And mind you, we're watching everything. Thank you. Father, did you read? Yeah. So, y'all, the NBA team, salute, fellas. Appreciate it, man. Thank you so much. Yeah, we work collectively together, man. It's all a process, man. We're all learning. We're all growing together, man. even in this process, even though, Trev's a super smart guy, but, he's still learning as well too. And not even just about dogs, even how to, better work together with others. That's something, if you guys didn't know, that's something he, just struck, because he's like, yo, I can just do all this stuff myself. But then he realized very quickly, as if you're going to try to take things to a whole nother level, you're going to need a team. Steve Jobs, Bill Gates, all those guys, they all needed teams, right, to get to the next level. So, even Trev is going through his process and, becoming a better person overall on how to work with others and communicate, etc. I mean, these are all things you probably don't know about him, but I've known him for some time. So there's, even watching his growth through this process and, his camaraderie and his ability to work better with others, it's all growth for all of us. So I appreciate that, man. Thank you so much. I appreciate you acknowledging that. We're all just trying to learn and get better too, just like the next person. So, and thankfully the dogs, help us with that. Because the dogs will make you a better person, man. They really do. They teach you a lot about yourself. They've definitely taught me a lot about myself. So yeah, but this is what I basically do, people. Come out here, let them work, sit down or read a book for a little bit. And that'll be that. Thank you. So yeah. And mind you, this is still just the beginning, people. I'm excited though. Who's excited for the Amiro Ego litter at the end of the month? I know I am. And more so, by the way, we shot a video with Dr. Tadlock today, asking him some questions about, the cancer and him, talking about, Ego's results and stuff like that. And even asking the questions, hey, is it hereditary? Does it pass on? And I'll make sure I get that video edited and posted probably here in the next 48 hours. It'll probably be up tomorrow by some point. But I'll make sure I get that video up and posted in the next 48 hours here on YouTube so you guys can watch that. But yeah, no, it was very, very informative, and it's gonna be very exciting to see when those pups come. I'm definitely excited to build all the little contraptions. I'll definitely do a bunch of lives, and I'll shoot a bunch of YouTube videos on how I'm building those contraptions. And it's so funny. A lot of those contraptions some of them are based off of Trev's idea. He'll tell me, hey, do you think you can build something like this? And he'll just say it out loud. I'm like, yo, why not draw it on a piece of paper first? And then just come tell me about it. And then I can at least have an idea, because when he says it and explains it, I'm like, yo, that doesn't make any sense. I was like, but then when he writes it out, I was like, yo, that doesn't look like anything you described. But then I'll turn it around and I'm sure I can figure it out. And then I'll build it, and then so it's an opportunity for the pups to learn how to, once again, walk upstairs, go up, down A-frames, test their abilities, build their confidence, all those little desensitize them. It's going to be a very fun process, and we'll get to educate along the way. And learn more along the way as well, when things keep popping up. But yeah, no, the pups are going to definitely look. So yes, the Potty Powder Plus is now available. We actually just launched a pre-sale, Edith. Just so you know, just to answer your question real quick, and I'll hit you, my guy, Ultraviolet. Is that, yeah, we just launched pre-sale. They will ship at the very beginning of October. And then once they ship, then after that, we should have them up consistently where they'll just ship on a regular basis, and we'll put them on a subscription model and everything, just like everything else. But right now, we're transitioning from in-home manufacturing to our actual manufacturer, and they got to go through their process. So people keep asking about it, so we were like, okay, we'll go ahead and secure you guys some units, and then at the very beginning of October, they'll automatically ship right out to them once ordered, and they'll get the first dose of the very brand new formula of Potty Powder. Potty Powder Plus, which now doubles not only for potty training, but also from a nutritional standpoint that you can put on their food. And so I'm actually about to run an experiment. So Gia specifically, likes to go out and she'll eat grass, but she'll also like to eat poop. And I'm like, why does she like to do that? But I noticed, all the other dogs don't do it at times. So I'm going to test something specifically and see, and even Trev said, this might actually prevent her from actually doing that. So I'm like, okay. So I'm gonna run a little test, and I'm gonna pay attention to see if she stops doing that. But it does help with gut health. It has antioxidants. It has a lot of different things that can actually help from a nutritional standpoint and immunity standpoint as well. Helps with gut health, helps with immunity, and aka digestion, and then also helps with potty training. So it now has dual purpose. So I definitely would recommend it. If you're not going to use it for potty training purposes, you can sprinkle it on your dog's food. And it's definitely going to help with gut health, digestion. It has the antioxidants to help boost immunity, and all those good things. So yeah, and like I said, Trev's going to be doing more content on that stuff. We'll be doing a lot more nutritional stuff. Obviously, when the puppies come, today we were at the Asian store and we were able to find a hog head, an actual pig head. So I don't know if you guys remember when we used to feed Tron and all them guys pig heads. we found one. I'm like, yo, we have to get this now just in case, because we haven't been able to find them lately. So I told him we got to get this now, and we'll just put it in the deep freezer and save it for the pups when they come. So when the pups come and we start feeding them raw food, you know, when they get to the 6 to 7, 8 week range, when we start hitting them with the heavy stuff, we'll definitely break out that hog head, and you guys will get to watch the puppies eat a hog head. That'll be very interesting and fun. So yeah, we're very excited too. Do you still have Deuce? No, I do not. Deuce has actually gone home. He went home actually a couple months ago now. And he's been doing well though. He's been doing well. Deuce, you know, it's so funny. It's crazy. You know, Deuce came with a prong collar when he was dropped off to me, and he left without one. And even Ferran was like, yo, it's crazy. I don't even have to say anything like 3 or 4 or 5 times now. Now he just does it. I was like, yeah, because it was just consistent time, energy, and effort with him. And that's what it requires with any dog, as I've continued to learn. I'm glad I got to work with Deuce, because he taught me a lot also. He really taught me a lot of working with a dog that was outside of our kennel, that I got to work with personally day in and day out, train him and all stuff like that. And, you know, he was not a bad dog at all. He's a good dog. He's a good, you know, and he's just a pup. He's a big puppy, though. That was the crazy part. He was a big puppy. You know, dog, he was like 9, 10, 11 months old, and you guys saw how big he was. He was just as big as Tron, if not bigger. Huge for being inside of a 1 year old. And he's gotten bigger since then, too. You know, Ferran sent me some pictures the other week, and that boy is huge. So, you know, but Deuce is good. Deuce is living well, man. Deuce is doing a great job. And Deuce was a fun, you know, Cane Corso experiment for me, and I got to learn a lot with that. But, you know, Deuce went home. He can recall now. He can down. He knows how to go to his crate when told. He knows how to go down. He has a place command, so he can go lay down in his bed now. All those little things. And he can eat raw food, too, if he chose. I told him, I was like, yo, your dog now has the ability. He can still eat kibble. He can eat a full raw meal, or he can do both, kibble with raw, whatever you want. I was like, we got him to a point where he can eat all across the spectrum. So if you just want to stay with kibble, he can still eat kibble. If you want to do kibble enhanced with toppers and bone and eggs and all the extra fun stuff added, you can do that. Or if you want to transition him all the way to raw, we took him through that process as well, and he did that also. He can do that. So I told him, I was like, whatever you want to do now as a pet owner, you're more than welcome to do. You can feed him raw, you can feed him just kibble if you want to stay on that regimen, or you can feed him a combination of both, whatever you choose to do. So I made sure, you know, we kept him on that full line session. But Deuce was a cool dog. Yeah, he was fun. He was fun. Do you still see Baloo and Chimera? No, we do not. You know, once again, once you get your dog, you get your dog. And, you know, Hunter's doing his thing. He has Baloo, he has Chimera. And no, we don't. They're living, and mind you, they live also like an hour and a half away too. So like they're on the other side, complete of like outskirts of DFW from where we're at. So like, you know, as far as seeing them, no, we do not. If you guys want to ask more questions or see more of Chimera and Baloo, I would highly recommend go to Grind Life FBK, or you can hit up Hunter Grind Life on Instagram, both handles. He has 2 separate accounts, one for his dogs and one in his personal. Hit him up on Instagram at either one of those, Hunter Grind Life, Hunter_Grind Life, or Grind Life FBK, which is his dog page. Message him on there like, hey man, can you post more about Baloo and Chimera? Would love to see how they turned out. We miss Baloo, we miss Chimera, and all that stuff. Because if he posted them more and tagged us, trust me, I'd share more. But I mean, mind you, they're not our dogs. He's with them. Those are his dogs. So to answer your question, no, we do not see him. I don't know the current status of him, but he's doing his thing. You know, he's about to have a baby. He's about to get married. He just proposed to his fiance, all that stuff. So he's got a whole life going on over there with his dogs. And ultimately, that's what you want, people. Want the dogs to go to a good home, have good owners, take good care of them, and let the owners enjoy them. I mean, we don't need to be badgering every single dog that goes to a different home. Like, I know people always ask for updates. Can we get updates on all the dogs? Like, hey, man, that's their business. Like, we don't have to share it with you. Like, yo, if they don't want to share their dogs, they don't have to. They got the dog that they wanted, and they're enjoying their lives. And yes, I mean, yes, don't get me wrong. People always send us updates all the time. But once again, I mean, we don't have to share them because, you know, at the end of the day, this is their dogs, their family. They're just enjoying them. They've gone to good homes for a reason. Let them be them. But also all the reasons why we keep all the keepers. And now we got the new Fit Bully Family program coming out. And we already, you know, got one person who's officially signed up, basically. You guys are hearing it here at First Live right now. But it's an opportunity to buy into a dog. You know, our next 12 dogs that we have to keep, we can't keep them all here, man. I have 9 dogs at my house alone that are my dogs, between me and the missus, basically. She got 3. She got 4. I got 5, and 5 are all Fit Bullies. My 5 are all Fit Bullies. And mind you, we got Macho, we got the Frenchies, you know, little Frenchies we have. Their dad is also with me. We got Ego's sister. She's also with me. So like I said, we got 9 dogs at our crib. Trev over here at the headquarters. We got Tron. We got Tron. We got Cha Cha. We got Ego. We got the General. The 2 Frenchies right now. So that's 7 plus or 6. Excuse me. Yeah, 7 plus Zara. So you turn around, you look at 7, 8 dogs over here. So you're talking about where are we going to put 12 more dogs? Where are we going to put 12 more dogs that we have to keep this program moving forward to get to where we want to be? Now the Frenchies are going to go. No, the Frenchies are going to go. Are going to go away here soon. They're going to go to their forever homes. But even still, I'm going to tell you right now, like, it's a lot to manage. So like, we're not going to keep 12 dogs over the next few years that we have to keep in our program to use to get into the dog that we want to get to. They got to go somewhere. So we have to put them in, you know, other homes where with people we can trust who will take great care of them. And then when it's time to breed them, to keep pushing further towards the American Terrier, and that's when they'll come out. We'll breed them. And then after they're bred, after we do the breedings we need to do, which is no more than, you know, 1 to 2, 3 max ever, then they'll retire. And of course, for them taking care of the dog, they'll also get their they'll get the portion of the proceeds of when, you know, in time the dog sells. So Trev keeps the deposits, and then when you sell any of the puppies in the litter, they get to keep all the profits. So that's how they recoup basically their investment back. If you guys didn't understand that quite when he was pitching in the full YouTube video, but basically you buy in at $3,000 up front as your down payment. Then when the dog comes, you put the remainder of the money down. I believe it's $7,000 total for the dog. Put the remainder amount down. So you're all in for $7,000. But then when it's time for them to breed in a couple years, so we can keep pushing the program forward to get to our American Terrier, we'll breed them. You get to keep the profits. So if you have 7 pups and they all sell for $5,000 or $3,000 a pop, you know, what is that? 21 bands. Like I said, we keep all the deposits. You get to take whatever that amount is. $15,000 to $20,000 home in your pocket, so you make your investment back plus profits. And then if you're breeding the dog twice, you know, they have 2 litters, then boom, the second litter is just pure profit for you as the owner if you get to hold on to one of our dogs over the next 3 to 5 years, 2 to 3 years. So that's how that program is going to work, people. Just so if you guys didn't really understand that. The Frenchies are a lot of alone. The Frenchies are a lot of alone. I don't know if I understand what you're saying there quite. Frenchies are a lot of alone. Oh, you mean the Frenchies are a lot to take care of alone? Absolutely. So yeah. So Tron's already been on here for about 15 minutes now, people. And this is what this process looks like. You know, this is what you want. Like, can you imagine if I had to walk every single dog here? And mind you, I've done it. The other day, actually, I'm not gonna lie, I just got back from a trip. And I was like, you know, come off 2, 3 days of not doing it, you know, working out myself. And I was like, yo, I got to get on this run. I was like, yo, I had a lot of energy. So I was like, yo, I'm just going to get all the dogs on a walk today. So I was like, took Tron, took Ego. I take Ego and Cha Cha together. I'll take Tron and another dog together. I think Tron I took by himself because I wanted to run. And I know Tron's got the stamina to do that. So I put the vest on him, put the vest on myself, put the weight in his mouth. You know, we walked like, you know, up the street, and then we jogged the rest of the way. And then, you know, I took the Frenchies and the General for a walk. So right there between those 3 rounds, that's 3 miles just on me alone. So can you imagine? I got 3 miles on them, and I got to go home and walk all my dogs. Like, no, I can't do that. There's just no way. I'm not about to walk all these different dogs all day long. I might as well just become a professional dog walker. But then when you have dogs that can do stuff like this, they can do work like this. If I brought the flirt pole out or something like that, that'd be another way to pre-exhaust them or exhaust them, so they can get their work in and they can, you know, get all that angst out. So that's why I like dogs who can do things like this specifically, or self-sufficient, because it helps me manage my energy as well. And if, like I said, if you only have 1 dog, mind you, not everybody's going to be like, and I know that everybody's not like us. Everybody got like, oh, you guys got multiple dogs you guys got to be worried about. No. If you only have 1 or 2 dogs, you know, man, hats off to you, because managing 2 dogs and them having to come do this, oh, man, I can only has got to be amazing. But we're obviously on 2 different roads and paths because we're doing 2 different completely things. Queen Maya's doing wonderful. She's living her best life. I'm going to start showing more of her. I know I've been terrible about showing more of Maya. That's just me. I know I've been bad about it. Maya's retired, but she's doing well. She's living a great life. I'm going to do more compilations, fun stuff with her, just funny stuff. You guys see the goofy fun side of her, but she lives her best life. She eats good. She sleeps good. She gets her good walks. She gets some light work every now and then. She living her best life. She having fun. just enjoying retired life. And she still look good. She does her couch sit-ups all day long. Trev need a kennel coming out this one. No, trust me, I know. And mind you, people like, I mean, a lot of you guys understand, like, the big vision, the big goal of where this is all going, because there's a lot of stuff that we don't share. I mean, right now you guys just think we do dogs, but there's a lot of stuff that happens behind the scenes, business-wise, that is being built. And long-term goal is we're gonna get some land and call it Candyland, and it's gonna be Candyland for dogs, and we're gonna build a whole entire facility specifically for the dogs, where they'll all thrive and live, and they're gonna have everything that they need. But that is a long-term goal that we're gonna eventually get to, where we're all living on 100 acres and 100 plus acres, and then we get to go out and hunt and do all kinds of fun stuff with our dogs. And they're gonna have an environment to truly and genuinely thrive in. That is the long-term vision and goal here over the next probably 3-4 years. That'll probably happen, if not sooner. But yeah, no, I hear you on the kennel part. I mean, trust me, yeah, we know, but it's also good to put good dogs in good homes. And mind you, if we only need them to breed a couple times, we don't need to continue to manage them. If they want to go to if they can be in a good home and be managed, and after they do their breedings, and the people get to make some great money and have a great dog, and then get to watch that dog live a great life when it's all said and done, then hey, so be it, man. That's fine with us. We don't need the dogs to be with us forever. We're not a lot of like other kennels, because we don't have the same goals as a lot of other kennels, which is just to produce dogs, to sell. That's not the goal for us. That's why we want to do 1 or 2 breedings a year, 3 max. And then mind you, yes, we're about to ramp them up over the next few years, just because of the unfortunate events due to Lola dying, and obviously Ego, checking out, and amongst other things. But yes, I agree. Yes, I know, man. I know I'm terrible about not showing Maya enough. I know. I'm with y'all 100%. Trust me. I tell myself, I'm like, I got to post more of Maya. I got to give y'all more of Maya. Don't worry. I'm going to get better at it. I promise. I'm definitely going to, I'll start shooting more stuff. At least once a day, get you guys some clips of Maya, whether it be in the story, or at least I post something on my TikTok or my Instagram. At least try to make one of my 5 posts a day, one about Maya, so you guys can see her more. If not every other day, though. Maya's a real good dog. I know Candyland's gonna be amazing, though. I mean, mind you, it's gonna have everything that the dogs need. We're gonna build an Olympic-sized swimming pool for them out there. We're gonna be able to go hunting with them. I mean, when I talk about this is gonna be probably one of the best places in the world that a dog could live and thrive in, we're going to enjoy having these dogs there, because we'll get to test all their capabilities and push them to their limits. In terms of what they can do in terms of their breeds. And it's not even just, the bullies and our, the fit bullies. We're talking about when we have Jack Russell, the general, where he'll get to go out there and do some real ratting. I'm going to get a schnauzer, a miniature schnauzer, and miniature schnauzers are known to do some, or all schnauzers are meant to do some work, but miniature schnauzers are known to rat as well. So he's going to have a little partner. Gatsby's going to be out there. That's what I'm going to name my miniature schnauzer, is Gatsby. I have a whole plan for him. If you guys have seen the photos and stuff like the videos of me, getting dressed up in really nice clothing and stuff like that, there's a whole other side of me that you guys don't know. So I enjoy that side of the world too, in terms of fashion. So I'm like, yo, if I get this miniature schnauzer, he's gonna be my little classy dog. I'm gonna put a bow tie on him. I'm gonna get his little haircut, do a little grooming thing, get him a little mustache, all this stuff, and I'm gonna have fun with him. I'll make him make him fine dining like type dinners. I want to train him to actually be able to go to restaurants with me and be able to sit at the table with me and actually eat with me, like type stuff. Like, that's going to be my whole goal with the miniature schnauzer when I get that. But even then, turn around, you get to do some work and have them go out there ratting with the general. And if we were to get a GSP or any other type of working dog that is meant to go out and do some real work, like actually, AKA hunt, I know, right? It would be hilarious. Can you imagine, like, yo, who's this nigga over here sitting with his miniature schnauzer eating a steak dinner? And trust me, I'm gonna tell him, hey, can you plate me a plate on a cold plate, a raw steak with steamed broccoli? If you have sweet potato, can I get some sweet potato puree or just sweet potatoes steamed, sliced up? I'm gonna have them dress it. Trust me, I'm gonna have them make it all fancy and everything. And then they're gonna see me around. People, trust me, why you gonna be in there like, yo, who's this nigga over here eating this dinner with this dog? Like, what the hell's going on? But trust me, it'll be entertaining. It'll be entertaining. And like, well, why not? Why not have fun with it, right? Why not have fun with it? You only live life once, right? Why not have a good time with it? But that'll be the fun stuff with when I get Gatsby, the miniature schnauzer. Yeah, Maya is a sweetie pie. Get him a lobster bill. Oh yeah, no, trust me, I'm gonna do the whole 9 when we go out. We're gonna have matching bow ties, all kinds of stuff. It's gonna be a good time. It's gonna be fun. It is gonna be a blast. When I had that envision, I was like, I get the miniature schnauzer. I think I can go that route with it and I might build his own separate page for him too. Call him Gatsby the Schnauzer or something like that. and then you guys get to watch his whole life on there in terms of just all the fun stuff that he gets to do. And then I'll probably just put all of his training content on my Better Best Dog page. So you get to watch him get built on Better Best Dog, but you get to watch his life on Gatsby the Schnauzer, from him getting his first bow tie, to him going to his first dinner, to him ratting his first rat. Hell, I might even get a rat, have him, when he catches his first rat, take it from him and then put it on a plate for him and let him eat at a candlelit dinner and watch him tear that thing up. You'll watch him shake it up and go crazy. It'd be funny. But those are the little things that, you know, and put the lobster bib on him on top of that. But those are all the little plans that we have, the little plans I personally have. But also, you heard the big plans that we have in the future too, in terms of where we want to take all of this. So we're right now just in, you know, we're like still in phase 1 technically. Still in phase 1. The Tron's done now. His timer just went off, so I'm gonna go get Edagolko, aka Ego the Great. Tron, out. No. Sit. Stay. Here's gonna be kicker people. I'm gonna see if I can get him free and walk away. Well, you know what? I don't trust him. I'm gonna grab this first car. Free. Let's go. You're done. Let's go. We're going inside, man. Time to put you up. Time to bring out cousin. Come on, come on. Work. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy, you go. Good boy, you go. Good man, you still doing what you're still doing a good life. You'll still have fun with everything. We're not going to treat him like he's dying, y'all. We'll make sure he lives every day to the fullest until that time unfortunately comes. So Ego still gets his walks. He gets to still come out here and play on the pillow like he wants. He'll get in the water and swim with the other dogs and have a good time. And he still eats, of course, really great meals. And now that we're in the new HQ, he gets free range of the house. So he actually gets just to lay around and wander. And so does Zara, and Tron does too. And Cha-Cha. Cha-Cha's been out and running around also. So it's great having the new headquarters, because now they're all getting to a point in their age where they all can now do, you know, wander around the house and not worry about accidents, getting into stuff, all those little things, right? And that's why we focus on crate training for sure the first year and a half, not 2 years, for sure the first year. And mind you, like I said, if you don't got 1,000 dogs like we do, if you only have one dog, then yeah, it's easier to manage. So if you want to let one dog roam, that's fine. You know, teach them, crate train them the first year and then let them roam after that, you know, because then you can have a better routine. But when you got multiple dog house like ours, crate training is going to be way more effective, because when you're managing a bunch of hoodlums like these guys, hey man, they're curious, they're nosy. As you guys know, Terrier, independent tinkers on top of that, so they're gonna willing to get into stuff at times. But now they're all at a good age where they have a good pace to them. You know, they chill when they want to chill, and they obviously get to work when they want to work. But the only reason why they chill is because they're out here working all day, having a good time. So when they go inside, they're tired. They don't want to do nothing else except, you know, chill and take a nap. You know, dogs on average need to sleep anywhere from 12 to 14 hours a day. I don't know if you guys knew that, and I think it might be more than that. Tron out here, little man. If you put a hula hoop, imagine if I put a hula hoop on Ego right now. I said Tron. I don't know why I said Tron. But imagine if I put a hula hoop on Ego right now. That'd be funny if you could hula hoop. Crate save sanity. I agree. I agree. Trust me, all my dogs are crate trained. You know, Nala's at the point for sure. She's my best dog, because in terms of listening, which is weird. Like it all fluctuates between my dogs. Nala still listens, but she also is hard-headed at times. It's weird, and she dumb. Love her to death. Beautiful, but she dumb. It's my baby. I'm sorry, but she dumb. She caught that 15th, 16th chromosome from Maya somewhere, but she's still, I love her to death. She ain't never going anywhere. That's my number one. But anyways, Nala, I can tell her to go to her room and she knows to walk straight to the crate and go in there. Best thing I love about her, she listens when I tell her to do something. Junior, he's in that hard-headed teen stage right now where he's definitely acting like his hard-headed daddy. Yeah, so mind you, we already did try to breed her. We tried to breed her to Ego already a few months back. She didn't take. That's why I was like, also why she got fat. So here's the crazy story. I'm gonna walk you through this process. So you guys know, not Ego. You guys know Nala right now. She's coming off a leg injury, right? So check this out. So we try to breed her Ego. You know, and in preparation for her potential pregnancy, I was like, yo, I got to start putting some extra weight on her because, as you guys know, she was super lean, super athletic. So I had to add extra weight to her to prep her for potentially having puppies. So as I'm adding weight to her, she gained about 5 to 6 pounds. 46 pounds. And it was crazy. It was like, yo, it's crazy how much 4 to 6 pounds looks on a dog. It's drastic. So she gained a lot of, those 4 to 6 pounds was actually pretty, detrimental to her. So then she doesn't take, right? We go in for the ultrasound. She didn't have any pups after the time frame. So we're like, dang. So I'm like, okay, now I got to start dialing her. I dialed her food back clearly. Start taking her on light walks so she can start losing the weight, all that kind of stuff. Getting her on the pillow. And one of the times when I got on the pillow in the front yard, when she came off when she let go of the bite, I think she landed funny. And and it was crazy because I think I know the exact moment because I was like, I remember when she landed funny, I remember looking at how she landed, I was like, but she jumped right back up and got right back on the pillow. Like how you seen Tron come off and spring right back up, right? That's how Nala is. She don't think about it. She came off and she jumped right back up, not thinking that she maybe twisted her ankle or anything. That's the only thing I don't like about Nala. She doesn't think about anything. Zara, when she had her leg hurt, she was thinking about every step she was taking. She was thinking about how she was going to get on the couch. She was thinking about how she was going to go walk over here and do, she was thinking about every step she took. Zara, when she had her leg injury years ago. And I remember that. But Nala, on the other hand, like I said, she's not smart, so she doesn't think. So, she fell, she landed funny, and I saw it, and I was like, it had me all right, but she jumped right back up. So okay, maybe she's okay. And of course, like a week or so, within the week, she started limping. I'm like, damn, I think I might know when it was. And mind you, she was still losing weight too, so she hadn't lost all the weight yet. So I think she was overweight a little bit, landed wrong. That weight might have been a contributing factor to it, and that's what might have tweaked her leg a little bit. And when the limping started, and so then that's why I had to start dialing her back on the walks and everything. I couldn't let her run the house, run around or anything like that. So, she was just confined to the crate. So that's when we had to put her on the swimming pool routine and making sure we're adding turkey necks and turkey legs and sardines and stuff like that to her meals, because turkey necks are high in chondroitin and glucosamine. So turkey necks and turkey legs are actually like a natural health and joint, hip and joint support. So, and then sardines actually help with inflammation, omega-3s help with inflammation, also help with lubrication, if that makes sense, in terms of lubrication of the joint, making the joint a little more flexible and functional. So, in that, we had to go through that process for the past month or so. Nala's leg is finally getting better. She's finally better now where she's walking normally again. She's not limping anymore. Every now and then you'll kind of see her do a little hop. So I'm like, So she's getting better. And I'm now taking her through her process now where I'm taking her back on short walks, 1/4 mile max, to get her to see where her leg is at, to keep building the strength back into it while she's still doing her swim workouts, because mind you, she's still a working dog. She needs to let that energy out. And I can't just go let her running around all over the place because she'll tweak her leg again and do something stupid. And then now it'll cost me $4,000 to get surgery wise. So I'm not able to do all that. But her leg is better now. And that's just been making sure we've been working, making sure her nutrition has been there, and she's been getting the swimming and activity, all that kind of stuff that she needs. So at least the swimming's been helping in terms of not putting any pressure on her leg while she gets to swim and still get to exert her energy. And mind you, she's like Tron. She'll go in there on her own and she'll swim for a whole hour if you let her. And I mean, that's what I let her do now. I'm like, anytime I come over here, I'm like, I'm gonna let her get in the water and she's gonna swim. And she'll be in that joker for an hour, just like Tron. That's the one thing I like about Tron and Tron and Nala. They kind of the same in terms of this, in terms of athleticism to a degree. Tron is still a little methodical when it comes to thinking, though. But Nala, I think that's the beautiful thing about Nala is she doesn't think about it, which makes her more capable. So she's not like second guessing herself because she doesn't know what's right from wrong. She just does it. She's like, and then you're like, damn, she can do it. And once she realizes she can do it, she'll continue to do it. So that's the thing. I think that's the only good thing about her dumbness and her ability not to think is that she doesn't think about it, which makes her capable to do it. So she doesn't second guess herself. I still think Tron should be bred. It's so funny you say that, man. I know. I understand your guys' plight with that. I get it. Trust me, I get it. And I've asked the questions too. I've asked him, I'm like, why not just breed them? And then when you really think about it, and I've watched Tron's journey, and when he explained it, I'm like, you know what? You're right. I get it. That makes complete sense. You guys would expect, if we bred Tron, you guys would expect Tron. That's why you guys are saying breed Tron, because you see what Tron's capable of. And mind you, you would expect a puppy from a Tron litter to do what Tron can do. That is the expectation. That's what you guys would expect. Okay? Now the reality is that's not what you would get. And why do I say that? I remember when we first got Tron when he was a puppy. No confidence, no drive. I'll tell you right now, if we didn't pour into Tron at all, Tron would be the laziest dog we'd have. By far. By far. Laziest. When I talk about Tron could literally be a couch potato. Hands down laziest dog we would have. Had Trev not turned around and poured into him the way he did. When I tell you Tron had no interest in the ball, he had no interest in no rope, no burlaps, nothing. And you guys have seen the footage at times on YouTube that I was able to capture, years ago when Tron was a puppy. Ego, Maya, and Gia are all on the rope getting active. Tron's looking at him, walks right by him, and goes and drinks water. But that part, see what you're saying? We have to pour into them. You don't get it. We would have to spend the first 6 months to a year with those puppies for them to turn out like Tron. If they left at 8 weeks and went to their forever homes, they would not turn out like Tron. We got Tron at 14 weeks, just so we're clear. Tron came here at 14 weeks old, so we got him past the time when you need to start doing the people, places, things in terms of socialization. Your primary time is 8 to 16 weeks for socializing a puppy. That's your sweet spot for socializing a puppy, to get them familiar with people, places, and things, so you can really install real confidence in a dog. We got Tron at 14 weeks. Tron didn't want nothing to do with anything. So think about that. We didn't get Tron till 14 weeks. If these puppies that come from Tron go home at 8 weeks and they don't know what we know and know how to do what we do with our dogs, but you're also missing the point. It's not about the money, man. Who cares about it? It's not about the money, man. Like I said, there's businesses that we're building that'll solve the money problem. We don't breed for the money, just to be clear. We breed for a dog that we want to create for ourselves long term. Eventually, when we get to the American Terrier, only a select few people will have American Terriers. It's not for you guys. We're not breeding dogs for the people, just so we're clear. We're breeding them for dogs for our purposes only, to get to creating a breed that we want to create, where we have the drive, we have the controlled temperament and all that kind of stuff, and the on and off switch. But Tron, no, we're not doing it for the money, just so we're clear. And trust me, if you guys saw Sin City Pits' episodes about how much he invested into his litter, into his kennel, and how much his costs are, I mean, we have not profited anything, just so we're all clear, people. Everything that's come in has gone right back into the business, aka the breeding. So we've literally broken even every single time, if not negative. Trev has specifically, for sure. Specifically, Trev. But even if we were to breed Tron, yeah, the pups would go, yeah, they would sell, but then everybody like, oh, my dog won't get on the boat, my dog won't get on the pillow, my dog won't do this, is all the things we're going to start hearing, because they have an expectation of what Tron can do, but only Tron can do because of what we were able to teach him and pour into him and make him, and create him, make him become what he's become. So that's the part, my friend, unfortunately, that comes with, why we won't breed Tron. But do you think if you had Tron earlier, he would have been different early on? I mean, potentially. I mean, mind you, still, Tron turned out to become Tron because of still the effort, time, energy, effort that Trev put into him. Like I said, guys, you don't realize, like, Trev had to take him for a week and a half, 2 weeks, where he just worked with Tron specifically. He left Ego with me, and mind you, he left Ego with me just so he can go pour into Tron for 2 weeks. And I'll tell you right now, I didn't see Tron for that 2 weeks, really. And when Tron came back, he was literally a different dog. He went from not being interested in anything to being interested in everything. It was crazy. It was literally like a switch got flipped. I know it's hard. It is hard to believe. I know. I am 100% with you. It's hard to believe, but that's the thing. You know what's hard to believe? Because you guys only saw after the fact. You know how you guys wonder, oh man, everybody has an iPhone now, right? But what did it take to become, what did it take to get to the iPhone? It took 30 plus years of work from Steve Jobs before he dropped the iPhone in 07, 08. Mind you, Apple started back in the 1970s, y'all. That took 30 years of work before he got to the iPhone. So yeah, it is hard to believe. It is hard to believe because yeah, Tron is the end result, but you guys didn't see where it started. That's the point. It started where Tron didn't want to do shit. Tron was lazy as shit. He was just like a better looking version of Baloo. That's it. Baloo really don't do nothing. But now could we return Baloo? No, I don't think so, man. That dog was done. He didn't have the genetics for that shit. But Tron, man, he is a great dog. I agree with y'all, man. He is a great dog. It'd be cool to see him bred and see what happens. But mind you, if we bred him, y'all would have an expectation of the puppies to be just like him. And hell, that's one of the things you guys take into consideration. And you're like, hey man, I want my money back. My dog ain't gonna do the stuff that Tron's doing. What's going on? Yeah, because you guys don't know what to do. You guys don't understand what it took to turn Tron into Tron. My boy is Megatron. And Trev literally flipped the switch on him. I remember that clear as day. I will never forget it. Like I said, I remember when he left my house and he left me Ego. He's like, yo, I'm gonna take Tron for the next couple of weeks. You're gonna keep Ego. And I was like, what? He's like, yeah. And that was during the time frame when I was like terrified of Ego. I still had no idea what was going on. Tron was easy to deal with because Tron didn't do nothing. That's the point. And he brought Ego and I was like, oh, bro. And I remember calling Trev like, yo, man, and Ego got this look in his eyes. You gonna be good? Like I had no idea what was going on, man. Since then I've learned a ton. So now I know how to deal and handle dogs, deal with dogs like this to a degree. But like, yo, he took Tron for those 2 weeks and Tron went from not being able to do anything to being able to do everything. And there's times that you even see it now. Still, Tron has some moments of uncertainty, which is crazy. Yeah, we've seen him go hard, so it's hard to believe not to breed. I know it is, but mind you, we're talking about the genetic standpoint. Like, I'm sure, I don't even know what, we don't know anything about any of his siblings or anything like that. So we don't know if they're all the same either. But I'll tell you right now, like, Tron, man, amazing dog now, but that has not always been the case. Ego, does he look scary? But Ego does look scary, but he is chill. That was what I learned in those 2 weeks while Tron was gone. So it's fun, crazy. It was a great learning experience for Trev to build Tron up, right? But then it was a great learning experience for me to learn how to manage and deal with a dog like Ego, who looks and seems extremely intimidating. But I'm gonna tell you right now, man, that dude is the homie. He's just super curious, and I understand. Like, if I didn't know him and he rolled up on me, coming all up in my face, sniffing up on me, being nosy like he is, it would freak the fuck out. It would freak me the fuck out too. But I know him, and once you get to know, like, yo, he's a mad chill dog. He's just curious. He's like, yo, what's going on over here? I just want to know what's going on. That's it. He just coming to be nosy. He ain't gonna do nothing. He ain't gonna attack you or nothing. All his interest lies in what you're seeing him hang on. That pillow, you bring a toy out, that's all he cares about. Other than that, though, you come in the house, he don't pay you no mind. He'll come say what's up, and that's it. Unless you're coming in with some bad energy or some negative energy, then maybe he'll speak his mind. But other than that, though, Ego has no issue. That he goes mad chill. Trust me, after this, he's gonna go back inside. He's gonna lay down on the couch and kick it. And you know what? I'll make sure me and Trev will jump on the YouTube later. I'll make sure we stream specifically on YouTube. We'll do a live stream on Fortnite. We'll play some Fortnite for like an hour, 30-minute couple rounds, and Ego will be on the couch, sleep the whole time, just chilling. Ego's mad chill, bro. When I say Ego is the homie, like, I can't. It's so funny to even think that I was actually scared of him at one point, because I was like, man, like, I can't even think about even living a life without this dude now. And unfortunately, we're about to learn that sooner than later, unfortunately. But Ego's been mad. Ego's the chillest dog you ever meet, who can flip a switch in an instant. Like, even dealing with Tron is more harder to deal with than Ego. Ego come in the house, he gonna kick it. But Tron, he be getting into stuff. Tron's the one who get into stuff and start just chewing on things for no reason. That's Tron. Ego don't care. Ego like, yeah, okay, I'm just gonna go lay down. Cha-Cha, she'll go in there, she'll start rummaging through the garbage, Tron will go in there. He's like, oh man, what's in here? What's in this bag over here? Oh, that's cool. This looks like fun to chew on, and he'll just start chewing on it. And then Ego, he'll just go in the house and just kick it. Are you asking Edith how's Malachi, or are you asking me how Malachi is? And you talk about Malachi, the dude who's been over here, shooting some content with us? Is that what you're asking? By the way, I'm gonna let Ego hang out here for 4 minutes, but as you guys can notice, if you can let him go, he's resetting, right? So once he starts resetting, that means he's getting tired. So, and then you'll start seeing him reset more and more and more. So the more he resets, that's how I know. Okay, cool. That's what I thought. I just want to make sure we're, because I know you guys know we have the homie Malachi who's been over here too, working with us. So I want to sure you're talking about her or me or us. Excuse me. But yeah, look at Ego, man. He getting to that point. Go. So I'll probably let him, if next time he comes off, that'll be it for him, people. If there's any other questions you guys have, ask him now, because Ego's getting to that point. I will put him up, and that'll be that. Where's Big June at? Junior's at home, man. He's at the crib. So this week, which some things you guys can look forward to. Junior, he at the crib, man, right now. And don't worry, man. I've been working with him too, man. I'm getting him. I'm gonna make sure that legacy still lives on in some form or fashion to a degree. Because Junior still gets active too. Junior can get on the pillow. He'll hang on the pillow. He'll get after the pillow. As if y'all didn't see that one video, he won't go after the ball though. He ran after it and he's like, this don't look that fun. And turned right back around. And that's exactly how Ego is. Ego is not interested in the ball either. He'll get the ball like one time, bring it back, and like, bro, I ain't running after that damn thing. All right, I'll give him one more. Yeah, look at that. Yeah, he's still on there. I'll give him one more. But Junior's good, man. He's doing good. But in regards to things you can look forward to this week, so Trev's actually getting ready to go out of town for 4 days. He's going to the KBF, the Kentucky Bourbon Festival. So he'll be there. So while he's there, I was actually supposed to go too, but a series of unfortunate events has occurred. So unfortunately, I cannot go with him this week, as I'd be there too. So in that, I'll be here primarily. I'm actually going to be staying here the remainder of the week. So, I told the missus, hey, bring Hera and bring Nala to me on Thursday. And Hera and Nala will be with me from Thursday to Sunday while Trev's out of town. And I'll have them here. And I'll be working with all the dogs collectively. I'm going to bring out Hera and the crowd all out together. Hera out with everybody so you guys can see her interacting with everybody, especially Cha-Cha. I'll be out here managing her. And I'll be doing a lot of training stuff with Hera. I'll be working with Nala specifically so she can get out and stretch her legs more and just keep building her up and getting her back on the path that she needs to be on in terms of activity. But you guys will see a lot of Hera stuff this week because Hera's been coming along great. My thing with Hera now is more socialization now. I've got her pretty tuned in with me. She'll listen. I'm going to tighten up her recall a little bit more. She already, her recall's pretty decent, but I'm going to really tighten it up to where when I say something, she comes no matter what. So that means it's going to be heavy distractions. A heavy distraction environment where I'll work those type of things so I can improve her recall, and then really start getting her more into the socialization aspect where I can build her confidence up in public places, so that if we are going to breed her, that's something you guys are not going to have to worry about. Now, mind you, Zara is far more crazier than Hera, and she was still able to produce some great dogs. All right, Ego, I'm about to come let you off, man. You done. That was your last one, bro. But yeah, you guys will see a lot of Hera and all this stuff later on this week because she's gonna be with me they're gonna both be with me here at the HQ for about a good 4 days. So you guys will see me pouring into both of them. And then Big June, when I go back to when I get back on my schedule next week, you guys will see a lot of Junior stuff next week. And then obviously of course, I'll be here with the Frenchies working with them also. So does Junior swim in the pool? Yeah, he does, man. But I gotta do some more confidence building in him. He don't like to jump off the side. Hera will dive off the edge. Junior won't. Junior will go down the steps and into the pool. Junior's an overthinker, so that's why you have to double down on the confidence building. And it's crazy. If you guys saw the most recent post that I did on Instagram of Junior when he was a puppy, of him going up the ramp and chewing on that piece of chicken, Trev actually talked about how you have to double down on his confidence building in terms of his behavior because he has a lot of defensive behaviors due to Maya. And it's evident. And it's so funny. When I saw that video on Herbie's, I was like, dang, it's crazy. He is exactly right. And that's exactly what he shows at times, especially in the swimming pool. So he'll second guess jumping in, but he'll go down the stairs into the pool and swim. So yeah, to answer your question, yes, Junior can swim, but Junior won't dive. Hera, on the other hand, he'll dive. Nala, on the other hand, she'll dive. So I think the one thing I'm seeing with Junior specifically, so he's got some of Ego's intelligence because he thinks about things, right? And remember earlier I said that Nala doesn't think about anything? Nala definitely doesn't have any of Ego's intelligence. So that's why Nala doesn't think about jumping in the water. She just does it. Or getting in the water. She just does it. Or doing anything for that matter. She just does it. Junior, on the other hand, has a thought process like Ego does. He processes, hey, what's the best way to get in here? Even if you guys seen Ego standing on the side of the pool thinking about it, he'll eventually jump in, but he thinks, right? And then he'll eventually just jump in. But Junior won't jump in because he's overthinking. So I'm picking up on that. So Junior's an overthinker, so now I have to, once, like Trev said, I got to double down on his confidence. And just like you guys said, it's all about the patience. Exactly. So I got to keep doubling down on Junior's confidence and really keep pushing him. So I'll really keep pouring into him as well. But all the dogs are doing well, man. I'm glad we got the new spot that we're here now. And yep, as you can see, it's time to put this fool up. So appreciate you guys for watching. Appreciate you for tuning in. As always, keep taking care of your dogs and keep just doing your best. Thank you all for watching. And Edith, great seeing you as always. Much love.